The alternative was obvious. Jonas Savimbi and his UNITA rebel army, which South Africans had continued to arm, needed the proper means to eliminate the border threat and ultimately rid them of the incumbent Marxist regime in Angola.
We had to sell the Savimbi. Savimbi was fighting a war, and he was fighting the Soviet Union, plus the Cubans. And we had to sell him as a product.
He had to go to the White House. He had to meet the President of the United States. Then that would have elevated him amongst his own people, and we needed him to be in that position.
We used the Christian religion to extent to portray Savimbi and what he was doing here in Angola to salvage all the damage done by the MPLA towards the church. We made videos of Dr. Savimbi, and we showed it in America. And that video changed the attitude towards Savimbi, and because of that, we got him through.
Jonas Savimbi was, like much of Africa, willfully misunderstood by American politicians. If you know nothing about a place, you feel free to paint it with your own fantasies. And for many Americans, Africa was the land of Tarzan or Shaka Zulu or some other romantic, preposterous figure, and Jonas Savimbi fit in that category. For the right wing, he was a sort of Robin Hood. For the left wing, he was a diabolical monster.
He was a very charismatic personality with a good speaking voice, with a tremendous amount of self-confidence. He was a kind of physical leader. Some people would say warlord. But he could also sit across the table and engage in an extremely impressive, erudite conversation in 6 different languages. This was a very accomplished personality, and his very facility with cross-cultural communication made him effective internationally.
With the MPLA.
He was able to go to visit the evangelical people in Texas and Mississippi and Louisiana and get their support. And this was very strong Republican territory. So they started saying, well, here's the true anti-communist, the man who can beat the Soviets in Angola. And Reagan got caught up in all of this and treated him like a hero.
Savimbi got the international recognition he sought and became Reagan's new best friend. UNITA became the most sophisticated liberation movement to date, but Savimbi wanted more.
Reagan said, my friend, what can I do for you today? And Savimbi said, President, I did not come here to ask for money. I did not come here to ask for military uniforms or boots, or even medicines. Then Reagan said, but what do you want, my friend? Say what you want. You don't want money or nothing. What on earth can I give you to help you? And Savimbi said, Mr. President, this time I came here to ask you for the stingers. When he said stingers, Casey stood up and said, Mr. President, this is a restricted weapon. Even our friends in Saudi Arabia do not have it. Then Reagan said for a few seconds like this, and looked at Casey and said, the man wants stingers, give him stingers. Like that. The man wants stingers, give him the stingers.